Well, it's been a while since we've done an update on this project I've been working on. I'm gonna keep this video short and sweet, but we're gonna try to make some progress today. I've never really talked about what this is going into too much, but it's actually gonna go into my rat rod. I got other videos of this out there, and before it had a 370-inch LS in it with an NV3500 trans. I sold the engine and trans out of it, pulled all the wiring out of the car that was pertinent to it, and this thing's gonna make way for this motor. Initially was gonna run a Ford 4-speed style trans. I just don't know a lot about them, so I decided that it's getting a Borg-Warner Super T10 4-speed, and I got a blow-proof bell housing. We're gonna stick this all together, stab it in the car, and see what everything looks like. The radiator and everything's gonna have to move forward just a little bit, as this motor is definitely longer than the LS that was in it, but everything should fit. The whole reason I built this car was to test a bunch of different motors with it, so it should go in pretty easy. It's pretty open. We'll see how it goes. So putting this together, issue I just discovered is the Ford trans has a different bolt pattern. I thought that this is actually multi-pattern, and it is, but it does not match up for a Super T10. Probably looks like we're gonna be drilling this bell housing out and putting nuts on the backside. Here's the next roadblock. This is the pilot, or the index for T10. If I'm gonna drill it, I got no way of centering this up. So for the index, I took factory cast piece and I brazed it, and then I turned it down in the lathe, and that makes fit tight. So then I'll be able to cut these out, re-drill all the bolt holes, re-weld tabs back in, and then we can get this transmission mounted. Next thing up to do is I got to do a little bit of framework, little metal work. When this had an LS in it, I had exhaust going through the frame rail. Just kind of a cool feature, I thought, where I Z'd it. This side is gonna go away. That side, I'm torn. I think I'm gonna open the hole size up, do flexible bellows, and I think I'm gonna dump the exhaust right there if I can, but we'll see. I wanna get everything ground down, and then I need to test fit this motor, and we'll go from there. Well, we got her in, had to make a transmission mount and some engine mounts, but Wasn't too terribly tough. It's gonna be one mean machine. Radiator's gonna have to be modified, or I'm gonna have to do a different radiator. The old one used to mount right about here, so I'll probably do something here and maybe do some sort of a slant hood. I'm not a huge fan of the grills being in front of the front tires, so I'm gonna try to tuck it as much as I can, but inside shifter looks like it's gonna land pretty nice spot. I got a mess in here. I sold the engine and trans out of this, so I got all whatever I have left for wiring is still in here, but ECM's gone and everything. Anyway, that's all I have for an update. Hope to make some good progress on it here in the future, and we'll just keep plugging away.